Hey guys, I found Bacon Food Truck. Let me show you how to make one of these. This is our BLT. We got 6 to 8 slices of bacon on a lattice pattern. We put this thing on an Italian or a sourdough bread, toasted or fried in butter and bacon grease. A little diced tomato, a little leaf lettuce. Whip it right up and out the window in about 2 to 3 minutes. Bacon. Alright, so what I start with is 4 slices of bacon long, and then I cut 4 slices in half. And I start with my lattice process. I do this because I hate it when I eat a BLT and you take a big bite and that one piece comes sliding off the sandwich, and then by the time you get to the end of the sandwich, you don't have any bacon left. You're left with tomato, lettuce, and bread. Alright, let's talk bread. Here we go. This is an Italian roll. I like to use sourdough. This gives me a nice crispy base. So when I slather this with my mayo or my sriracha mayo or whatever aioli that you're going to stick on here, this is the best base to use in my opinion. Alright, so we have with lettuce. So iceberg lettuce. Where do you stand on iceberg lettuce? Well, this is easier to get. It's cheaper. It's like 99 cents a head depending on where you are in your area of the country. I don't like it. One, everyone's got it and it's not very appealing. So 99 cents at my local grocery store, or $1.29. So this is a leaf lettuce, and to me this is more attractive. So this is what I put on my sandwich. All right, tomatoes, tomato. So I like to use the vine ripe. You can use a Roma tomato. With the Roma tomato, as you may or may not know, you get a lot less juice in there. And to me, that's the killer of a BLT, is you don't want that base of that bread to get soggy. So I'm going to show you a trick that I use for tomatoes. Instead of just slicing them up and throwing them on there, again, it's the same process with the bacon. Is I hate it when I get a bite of the tomato and then it pulls it all off, and then I end up with a bacon, lettuce, and bread sandwich. I prefer to dice up my tomatoes, and I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. You always want to start with a flat side of the tomato, so I cut it in half, do some vertical stripes over the top, and some horizontal, and then make your slices, and there you go. All done. Here we go, we got everything assembled. We're ready to go. Pretty simple, bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Here I've diced it. I've got a little salt because you never add tomato without adding salt. I got a little aioli or mayonnaise. I got the bread that we've toasted. I usually put the butter side in. Keeps the dry side out so you don't get those buttery fingers. We've got our anywhere from 6 to 8 slices of bacon ready to go here. So what I do is, this is 1 serving for me. Okay, so what we do is we're going to cut this in half, and I'll spin the edges around, and there's 1 serving there. And then, of course, the bread, we're going to add some aioli to this. Spread doesn't have to be perfectly nice and neat. You just need to get it on there. Make sure you get the flavor. The Italian bread and sourdough have a lot of little pockets, so you got to fill them in. So here's that. Next is the tomato. We'll add a little tomato to one side. Obviously I'm going to pre-cut this on the food truck. I like to pre-cut it because what it does is all the liquid's going at the bottom of this. So all I'm putting on here is just the pulp and a little pinch of salt. Alright, so what we've done here is we've got a little pinch of salt, a tomato, and no juice, and then we're going to go to our leaf lettuce. And of course, you don't eat this part right here. And cut this in half. You break it. You never use a knife on this stuff because you guys know you can brown it, and you just play it what it looks like here. So how are we going to do this? How about that? Depends on if you need some more. I'm going to put some more on this end. It's very light, so even though it might look like a lot of lettuce, it's really not that bad. So there we go. As my dad would say, he likes to put a salad on his burger. That goes for his BLT as well. So here's our bacon. A couple slices of bacon, you might say. we flip it over. So here's a BLT sandwich that you'll find on the I Found Bacon food truck. This is actually going to be my son's dinner. He's actually in the corner salivating. So here you go. He likes me to cut this. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this on the food truck, but for my son Eli, we're going to cut it, serve it up. I guess I did the pretty little display there, so we'll hook it up for him here. So if you'll notice, I'm using these white plates and this cutting board. I try to do that for everything, so if you guys see a picture of it on the website, you'll know that I made it from scratch on the food truck. Here I'm obviously in my kitchen because the food truck is in motion, but here it is, the BLT.